Hi guys, my name is Kim. I'd like to share a thought on something I've been thinking about this week. So I've been watching a Netflix docu-series, a sports docu-series called The Last Dance by Michael Jordan. So like when I was growing up, Jordan was like considered the greatest basketballer of all time. And I never really knew how big he was, or I never knew the story behind him being that successful. So watching the series, first of all, Jordan had insane passion. Like he'd train excessively. Like in '95, he was shooting a movie called Space Jam, and he'd wake up in the morning and do 2 hours practice, and then after that he'd go work out, and then he'd shoot scenes from the movie, and then in the evening he'd he'd practice with his teammates, and eventually the season after that, he won his second championship. Like he won 3 championships in a row for the second time. So like he really inspired me to to go out there and really work on my talents. So Jordan inspired people from his community. Like people would grow up and they'd consider him their role model. They consider him their best friend. Instead of going to drugs and doing other things, like Jordan really inspired them to look at something bigger than themselves. And so I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about the talents and gifts and skills that God has given us that we don't utilize to our fullest. And in the Bible, in 1 Peter, I think chapter 4, verse 10 and 11, it says, "As each one has received a gift, minister it to one another as good stewards of the manifold or grace of God. If anyone speaks, let him speak as the oracles of God. If anyone ministers, let him do so as with the ability that God supplies, that in all things God may be glorified through Christ Jesus." So basically, I think by us utilizing our gift, we're ministering to other people. It's not for ourselves. Like Justin does announcements. He has that gift for communication. Like I'm pretty sure he's not chilling in his room like alone, just communicating with himself. Like that gift is for us to enjoy. And then like Pastor Shira will give a word, and Justin will be inspired by that word. So it's like a chain by each and every one of us, like utilizing the gifts we have within us. I think it brings fulfillment because we are following something bigger than ourselves, ministering to other people. Like we can be inspiring someone and you don't even know. And this can, have influence over other people. Sometimes you may not know the gift that you have, you may not be very clear. So I think in that case, just having a vision of what you want to accomplish. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths." So I think, when you plan out something and you commit it to God, God will come in, build that capacity within you to accomplish whatever it is that you need to accomplish. So that capacity, some people may call it gifts, talent, skills. You can also maybe call it capacity. So it's just a challenge to myself, first of all, and to everyone around me. Just utilize what God has given you. Like the parable of the talents. The more you cultivate and build upon, what God has already given you, the more He'll give you, and the more influence perhaps you'll have around people. In the sense that you'll reach out to them, someone will be inspired and, connected to God perhaps through what you're doing. That's my challenge to myself this week, and to each and every one of us. Be blessed. Have a nice week.